Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. The clock on the nightstand reads 2:57 a.m. when the buzz of a message shatters the silence of our bedroom. I've always trusted my wife, Laura, but the recent chain of late nights and whispered phone calls has planted seeds of doubt in my mind. Tonight, she came in reeking of men's cologne mixed with alcohol, further fueling my unease. Laura is deep asleep beside me, her breath steady, undisturbed by the vibrating phone. The glow from her screen lights up the dim room, a silent beacon of temptation. I know it's wrong, but the gnawing jealousy and confusion compel me to reach for her phone. As I unlock the screen, her message lights up. "This evening was beautiful. I still can't get over your red underwear. It really suits you, sweetie. Let's do that more often. You'll be working late." A hot wave of anger courses through me, and my heart races as betrayal slices through the remnants of trust. Who would send such a message, and why to Laura? I slip out of bed, clutching the phone. My thoughts are a whirlwind as I pace the living room. The quiet hum of the city at night does nothing to soothe my racing mind. I need to confront her, but the thought of her lying straight to my face stops me. Instead, I decide to find out more before I face her. I start with the obvious: the sender's number. It isn't saved in her contacts, which only deepens my suspicion. Who hides a contact unless there's something to hide? Driven by a newfound resolve, I sit at the computer and begin my own investigation. I type the number into a social media search, hoping to snag a profile or a name, anything. The search yields a profile: Mark Davidson, a name I recognize vaguely. Isn't he one of her co-workers from the marketing department? The pieces start to click together, forming a picture I dread to see complete. Late nights, secretive calls, now this Mark. My heart sinks. It feels like I'm piecing together a puzzle of my own heartbreak. I rub my temples, trying to strategize my next move. Confronting Laura now would only cause her to shut down or lie. I need undeniable proof. If she's seeing someone else, I want to catch them to expose this affair. An idea forms, reckless but driven by a tidal wave of hurt and the desire for revenge. I'll follow her to work tomorrow, see if she meets this Mark. If she's truly working late as she claims, perhaps I can catch them in the act. As I plot my next steps, a part of me mourns the trust we once had. I glance at the dark hallway leading back to our bedroom, feeling the divide between us grow with each second. I settle into the computer chair, watching the sky begin to lighten with the approach of dawn. Today marks the start of something new, a journey fueled by suspicion and the need for truth, whatever that may uncover. With a deep breath, I prepare for what may come, knowing that the bliss of ignorance is forever shattered by the harsh light of revelation. The city hums with the morning rush as I sit in my car across the street from Laura's office building. My hands clench the steering wheel, nerves on edge as I scan the entrance for any sign of her or Mark. It's almost noon, and the foot traffic has picked up, making it harder to keep track of everyone coming and going. I haven't seen Laura yet, but my gut tells me this stakeout will pay off. I need answers, and I'm determined to get them today. As I wait, my phone buzzes. It's my best friend, Rick, checking in. I answer with a distracted greeting. "Hey man, you sound tense. Everything okay?" Rick's voice is laced with concern. I hesitate, then decide to confide in him. "Not really. I think Laura might be cheating on me." There's a pause. "What? Laura? Are you sure?" "I found a text last night from some guy praising her red underwear and talking about next time, and she smells like cologne when she comes home late." Damn, that's rough. Need me to come down there? Moral support or an extra pair of eyes? Actually, yes. I could use the help. Thanks, Rick. 40 minutes later, Rick joins me in the car. His presence is comforting, a solid reminder that I'm not alone in this mess. Together, we watch as people flow in and out of the building. Rick points out a man heading towards the entrance. "Isn't that the guy from the picture you showed me?" I squint, recognizing Mark from his social media profile. "Yeah, that's him. Let's see if Laura shows up." No more than 10 minutes later, Laura walks up to the building. She doesn't see us. She's wearing her favorite light blue blazer, her hair pulled back in a professional bun. My heart aches seeing her, knowing why I'm here. She meets Mark at the entrance. They share a laugh, and he touches her arm lightly as they head inside together. Gotcha, Rick murmurs, capturing the interaction on his phone. I feel a mix of vindication and heartbreak. Let's wait. I want to see if they leave together for lunch. We settle in, watching. Around 1 o'clock, Laura and Mark come out, chatting animatedly. They don't go far, choosing a cafe across the street. Rick and I follow discreetly. Seated behind them, we overhear snippets of their conversation. It's flirty, intimate, nothing like how coworkers should interact. "How did you like the surprise I left in your office?" Mark asks, a smirk playing on his lips. Laura laughs, a sound that used to brighten my darkest days. It was risky, but I loved it. You do keep things interesting. Their words sting, and I feel Rick's sympathetic gaze on me. "We should get photos," I whisper, pulling out my phone. As I try to snap pictures, my hands shake with a mix of anger and sorrow. Leaving the cafe, Rick puts a hand on my shoulder. "What's your next move, buddy?" I'm torn between confronting her now or gathering more evidence. "I'm not sure yet, Rick, but I'm going to find out everything. This isn't over." As we head back to the car, my mind races with possibilities and plans. One thing is clear: I need to confront Laura, but I need undeniable proof first. I'm not just fighting for my marriage now, I'm fighting for the truth. After a restless night, I decide it's time to confront Laura. I can't stand the secrecy and lies any longer. My plan is simple: ask her directly about Mark and show her the evidence if she tries to deny anything. The truth needs to come out, but I'm not prepared for the turn this confrontation might take. I wait for her in the living room, pacing back and forth. When I hear her key in the door, my stomach knots up. She walks in, her face tired, unaware of the storm that's about to break. "Hey, we need to talk," I start, my voice more stern than I intend. Laura looks surprised but nods, setting her bag down. "What's up? You look serious." "It's about your late nights and the messages. Who's Mark?" Her expression changes, confusion giving way to a flicker of panic. "Mark? He's just a coworker. Why?" "Don't play dumb, Laura. I know about the texts, the meetings outside work. I've seen you two together." For a moment, Laura is silent, her eyes wide. Then she sighs, a deep, weary sound. "Okay, let's sit down." We sit, and she takes a deep breath. "I was going to tell you, but I didn't know how. It's not what you think." I scoff, feeling my temper rise. "Not what I think? Come on, Laura, I have photos, texts. Don't lie to me." Laura holds up her hand, pleading for calm. "Yes, Mark and I have been spending time together, but it's not an affair. We've been planning a surprise for you for our anniversary." I pause, thrown off. "A surprise? With messages about underwear and secret meetings? You expect me to believe that?" She nods, reaching into her bag and pulling out a small brochure and several emails printed out. "Look, here. We've been planning a trip to Italy, something I knew you'd love. Mark's been helping because he used his contacts to get better deals through his travel agency side business." I skim through the documents, seeing confirmations of bookings, itinerary plans, all dated over the past few weeks. The mention of the red underwear was a misdirect and inside joke about a notorious advertising campaign Mark had once worked on, explained in a forwarded email. I'm stunned, not sure how to process the information. So all this secrecy. Laura reaches for my hand. "I wanted it to be a surprise, to show how much I love you. I guess I got carried away with keeping it secret." The relief is immense, but so is the embarrassment. I thought. She squeezes my hand. "I know, I should have seen how it looked. I'm sorry for not being more open." We talk, really talk, for the first time in weeks. It's cathartic, clearing the air, understanding each other's perspectives. The pain of suspicion dissipates, replaced by a renewed sense of connection. Finally, I laugh, shaking my head at my own jealousy. "So, Italy, huh? You and me?" Laura smiles, her eyes bright. "Yes, a second honeymoon. Can you forgive me for the secrecy?" I pull her close, feeling the trust rebuild between us. Only if you promise no more secrets, even for surprises. Deal, she whispers, and I believe her. Our evening settles into a quiet comfort, planning our upcoming trip, both of us relieved to have moved past the shadows of doubt. A week before our trip to Italy, excitement buzzes between us like a renewed spark. However, a lingering doubt prompts me to verify Laura's story, ensuring that all aspects of the trip are as transparent as she claimed. I decide to contact Mark directly, under the guise of thanking him for his help with the travel plans. I find his number still saved in my phone's notes and dial. The call connects, and Mark's friendly voice greets me. "Hey Mark, it's Tom, Laura's husband. I just wanted to say thanks for helping with the Italy trip." There's a pause, and then Mark replies, "Italy trip? What do you mean?" Confusion clouds my mind. "The trip you planned for Laura and me through your travel agency contacts?" "Tom, I don't have any travel agency contacts. I think there's been a misunderstanding." My heart sinks as the reality of his words hits me. After a few more questions, it becomes clear Mark was not involved in any plans for a trip. We end the call with mutual apologies for the confusion, but now a deeper, more unsettling question forms in my mind. I confront Laura as soon as she gets home. She walks in, smiling, unaware of my discovery. I hold up my phone, showing her the call log. Mark says he doesn't know anything about Italy. Laura's face blanches, her smile faltering. I can explain. "No more lies, Laura. Please just tell me the truth." She sighs, sitting down heavily. "Tom, I was planning something, but not a trip. I was planning to leave. I thought I wanted something else, something different from our life. But planning this trip, pretending it was for us, it made me realize I've been wrong." The confession stings, but it's overshadowed by the relief of finally understanding the whole truth. So there is no trip. "No," she admits, her eyes not meeting mine, "but I canceled my plans to leave. I want to fix things, if you can forgive me." I'm stunned, processing the layers of deception and the sudden shift. We spend the night discussing our relationship, our needs and desires. It's a long, emotionally charged conversation that leaves us both exhausted, but more understanding of each other. Days pass, and the air between us clears. We start seeing a counselor to work through our issues. Things are improving slowly, trust rebuilding one day at a time. One afternoon, I come home to find Laura waiting with a smile. "I have something for you," she says, handing me an envelope. Curious, I open it to find 2 tickets to Italy and a new itinerary, completely booked and confirmed. "You did it?" I ask, surprised. "Yes," she beams. "I wanted to make it right. This is our real second honeymoon. No secrets, just us." The twist of pain and doubt gives way to anticipation and joy. As we embrace, I realize that while the road was rocky, the destination might just be worth it. Our journey to Italy symbolizes a fresh start, an opportunity to rebuild and renew the love that had nearly been lost.